All right, what's up, guys? What's up? This your boy CeeLo. You already know. Here on a quick live stream, we're gonna talk a little bit about Noche UFC. My voice is a little cracky, man. This was a crazy weekend. Give me a second. This was a pretty crazy weekend, I gotta say. Noche UFC, a lot of controversy, a lot of great fights, great title fight. We'll get into that in a little bit here. Again, it's going to be a little short stream, about 30, 45 minutes. I'm going to try to get on these streams daily now. Again, right after my workouts, or it's that time period in between after your protein shake, in between your breakfast and all that good stuff. I like to have my breakfast a little bit later. I guess they call it brunch now, whatever that is. Um, so yeah, let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this. We have Noche UFC results to talk about. I'm going to run a few online ranked matches. Um, and then we'll go from there. We'll talk about the upcoming events. We'll talk about the results for this past event. And again, since these will be sort of a daily thing, we'll talk about the upcoming events later as the week unfolds. Because as we know, MMA has cancellations. They have changing opponents, missing weight, all that good stuff. I don't need to tell you all that good stuff. So let's get into the card here, Noche UFC. Let me see if I can bring up the card. Give me a second here. And also, this is all the boring stuff. Let's get out of the way. If you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. That's my best and most active platform for me. There's a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of good people to follow. There's a lot of good groups to follow, a lot of good insight. You do have a lot of trolls, but that's going to be anywhere. Um, but hit me up on there. Shoot me a message. If you guys ever want to come on the stream, dude, I'm all for it. Get on here. I love talking to you guys about it. And sometimes uh texting or not texting, chatting, I guess, or messaging about it. It's cool, but you can't get your full point across. Or sometimes it doesn't come out or we don't take it as how you anticipate the message to go across. So sometimes it's better to talk it out, in person, or not in person, but you know what I mean. Um, with words rather than messages. So let's go here. Let's get back on the card here. So let's talk a little bit about Noche UFC. And again, we did have some pretty good fights. We did have a lot of controversy on some fights, and nothing to be mad about, unless you're betting or you're had money on a card or on a specific fight. I'm sorry, or you had money on some props. But if you go back and watch my last live stream, what did I say? These refs are getting too involved. These judges are too inconsistent, and it's something that we just, without saying a better lack of a better word, bi, you know what I'm talking about every freaking week, and there's just nothing being done. And I usually don't like Dominic Cruz on the stream or on the broadcast team, but he was right, and he's coming from perspective a personal perspective where he had Keith Peterson prematurely end that fight. Again, it's title fights, especially. I feel like they should be able to go a little longer, maybe on a 3 round fight. I can see if it's one of those close ones. I guess I'll side with the ref, right? Because he's the one in there. He's the one within inches away from them. But if it's one of those like completely on the other side, we got to do something about that. We got to hold these judges and refs accountable for their actions, because ultimately it impacts the fighters. And excuse me, guys. So again, I had a conversation with I forgot his name. It was an MMA page on Instagram. Again, follow at Celio Studios Presents on Instagram. Um, that way we can chop it up. You guys have anything to do or anything you want to talk about or anything like that. So we were talking about the Chidas, and we'll get right into this card. The Chidas and Daniel Lacerda da Silva fight, where obviously everybody knows, was it a bad stoppage? Was it a good stoppage? Was he out? Was he not out? Got overturned? Blah blah blah. And we were talking about how I thought that it was a bad stop. Well, okay, let's get the bad out of the way. It was a unnecessary stoppage, right? Because not necessarily a bad stoppage. Again, the ref is there. He sees if people are on the fence about it, I'll give the ref the benefit of the doubt. But if it's one of those where it's like, let's say, again, I gave the example of the John Jones Machida choke, where I guess the ref was expecting Lacerda or Da Silva to just completely drop down as soon as he stopped it. And but we don't know, right? We're not the fighters. We're not in there. We're not getting pressure on our neck. We don't know how much of a grip Chidas has. There's people that just have the grip of death, right? And it reminds me of the Robbie Lawler Ben Askren fight, right? Where he's in the bulldog choke, um, and pretty much what Robbie Lawler did was the same thing Da Silva did. Now we don't know if that's the way they defend these chokes, if that's just the way to alleviate the pressure from that. We don't know that, right? So unless you're a high level, or if you've been in that situation before, if you've been in that choke before. Now it was very, very similar as to the way where Robbie's hand goes limp, and they stop it, and Robbie jumps right back up to his feet. Was a good sport about it, say, hey, don't worry about it, blah blah blah. In this case, well, back then, I'm not sure if they had the review in uh, the review feature on board, but in this case, they went back, reviewed it, and I think it was the right call. Again, I had a bet in that fight, and I actually had the over 1.5 at plus 155, I believe it was. Um, so and I thought that was gonna hit. I really did think that was gonna hit. I had seen the Silva interviews all week long saying how he was gonna take his time. He was gonna, be more um, what's it called? Be more calculated with his shots. He did say one thing that got me on the over, said that he wasn't gonna do any spinning attacks in the first round, and he actually threw a spinning attack, and I was like, God, like I was like, there goes my bet. But again, we can take all these comments with a grain of salt. Like we have Shevchenko saying, I'm a 7-time Muay Thai world champion, and she decided to be Valentina Nurmagomedov. But that's neither here nor there. Back to this fight here. Again, it was a very, very controversial stoppage or outcome, I should say, because a lot of people say, hey, Chaides won. It's not his fault. It's the ref's fault. He should have got his win money. And that's what ticks me off. Like, none of these guys had the opportunity to get their win money, let alone a performance of the night bonus opportunity, fight of the night bonus opportunity. And this had fight of the night written all over it. Let's say it goes to first round was a little stinker fest, but again, they're trying to be a little bit more calculated. Again, I had the over 1.5. It got voided. Pretty much all bets got voided here. So a lot of people were on the dog Da Silva. I just thought the over 1.5 was same plus money, and I thought it was a little bit better outcome to hit. Or I think Da Silva was like plus 200 or something like that. But again, it's neither here nor there. All bets were overturned. All bets were done. So let's talk about how we should fix this, right? And again, I had a lot of people on Instagram telling me like, hey, like that was a shit stoppage, and I agree, man. There's some refs that I see once this fight's gonna start, and I just wish we knew what refs were gonna ref what fight before. Like, let's say today's Monday, right? For this upcoming Fiziev card, I wish we knew Fiziev versus Gamrot. I wish we knew who's gonna ref what, because that does play a factor in my opinion. And I don't want to name any judges or refs that I clearly get a little feeling in here whenever I have a bet and I see that they're refing or judging. But Again, I feel like that has to be public knowledge, right? Maybe that's step one in the holding these guys accountable. Releasing it to the public beforehand. Get some exposure on their names. I know a lot of people are gonna troll regardless. They're gonna, hit up in their socials, talk to them, talk smack to them. But again, it's just the same pressure that fighters are going through as well. And there's one guy in the card that we'll talk about as well. But again, that's my take on the Chaitis the Silva. It was overturned. Whether you had a bet or not, whether you thought it was a good stoppage or not, it was overturned. Got to live with it. We got to move forward. Again, you can have your take, you can have your opinion. Good, try to get it across. But again, if you're gonna be with, again, I was on the side where, hey, you know, we can't. There's nothing to do here, right? My plus 155 over 1.5 got reversed to me. What else? Like what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep bantering about this? Um, whether you're on the side that he was out, whether you're on the side that it was a bad stoppage, whatever it was, let's move forward. Okay, so another fight we were gonna talk about here. I don't think we need to talk about the Lupita Godinez fight, right? I mean, we can all agree Elise Reed. The only thing I'll say, Elise Reed moves in there like her stance. I feel like if you would just look at her stance, the way she's jumping back and forth, her hands are up in and out, and her chin is high. You would be like, if you didn't know anything about MMA or fighting, you'd say, man, this girl can crack. This girl's a fighter. Until you're in there with high level competition like Lupita Godinez. And the only other thing I'll say about Lupita Godinez is her IQ hasn't been there as much. But this weekend, she knew what she had to do. I mean, she was clearly the harder striker, or the powerful striker. And as soon as she had her hurt, boom, right down to the ground. Had DC standing up, giving her a little standing ovation for the wrestling. But one thing that was very, very impressive is, and I think well, we'll talk about this later because this is kind of my ending statement. But Lupita Godinez, 110% rating. She looked awesome, as she should, with Elise Reed. And again, these guys, a lot of these fighters, a lot of these Mexican American fighters, a lot of these Mexican fighters were thrown a bone, and some of them, they wanted to test them. They wanted to see what they got. They wanted to test them. Josephine Knutson, that was kind of a snooze fest. She looked dominant, but at that point, you gotta finish, man. No pun intended. You gotta finish her, man. Man was just the walking target. I don't know if she couldn't get going, if she didn't have a good warm up. She had an injury coming into the fight. She tried to like pump herself up, and I don't like that. I don't like that. But Josephine Knutson, great performance. Again, it's just you gotta have that killer instinct. And speaking of killer instinct, Charlie Campbell, man, that guy's socials blew up. There's a page on, I believe it's on Instagram or Twitter, that measures how much the follower count, subscriber count, whatever it is, before and after the fights. And I feel like Charlie Campbell was one of the winners as far as that. He cut a good promo after his fight. Well, first and foremost, he got a KO. He got a finish. As a sizable favorite. As once you're, I believe, if you're over minus 300, minus 350, if you're getting over those numbers, you got to come in and show why you're that number, right? It's kind of like Izzy was minus 800. Now, we don't know what we're gonna see him as next fight, but that I would probably bet that's gonna be split in half, minus 450 450 area. Anyways, back to Charlie Campbell. Got the stoppage, looked great, cut a great promo on his post fight. Something that's going to be shared on socials, and that's what goes hand in hand with these guys. It's not about the fighting anymore. It's not just about the fighting anymore. It's about how you can market yourself, how you're going to grow your Instagram followers, how you're going to grow your YouTube subscribers, and that's with everybody, right? But especially with the fighters, man. I mean, we've seen the power of social media with Sean O'Malley. We've seen the power of social media with Great Segue, Tracy Cortez. These guys are using it to their advantage, getting more eyes on the sport, getting a bigger platform. And once they're performing, all you got to do is win. And then to, pour more gas on that fire, you win by stoppage or you win impressively. you know, it's like a domino effect. You win, subscribers go up, you already have like such a good following, and then they put you in a card like this where Tracy Cortez was, she's Raza, she's Latina, she wants to show out for us, and she did, and and again, go back to my stream last week. I was on Tracy Cortez this whole time. I know Jasmine Jastovicius was the um popular underdog, but by fight time, I believe they were pick'ems. So I just thought it was a lot of the recency bias. I thought that they really thought she was going to be the better striker. But once I knew Tracy Cortez had something to fight for, as far as something to prove, her back was against the wall. Once Jasmine Jastovicius was the um, popular underdog, I was like, these guys see that, especially people that are online. Like I said, they have a big following. They see this, and it lights a fire under them. And I know Tracy Cortez was ready. Again, these layoffs can be something to be concerned about, a la Alex Reyes. But at the same time, Tracy Cortez did the right things. She nursed the injuries. She polished the striking. I mean, I believe she got over 100 significant strikes. And on the daily fantasies, I had her over 50 and a half. By fight time, I had moved up to about 54 and a half. So she crushed that easily. Um, she didn't need to lean on her wrestling. She leaned on her defensive wrestling, which is amazing. Does not accept bottom position. And I love that about fighters. If they don't accept bottom position, whether you're underdog or a heavy favorite, my money's on you, because that just proves that you're here to fight. You're not here to just take a couple rest minutes or a couple rest seconds. But awesome fight by Tracy Cortez, and she's definitely a contender now. Where does she go from here? She fights somebody in the top 5, top 6, possibly fight. I know a lot of people are saying the third fight with Shevchenko and Grasso is gonna happen. I think we should move past that, but we'll talk about it once we get there. But Tracy Cortez, she should fight. I believe they should make Aaron Blanchfield versus who else is in that top 5, or give Aaron Blanchfield Grasso. Why not? Let's start talking about that. Let's start talking about who's the next contender. Let's put Shevchenko on the back seat here, right? But again, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to not argue the rematch for her. And it's deserving. It's a draw. If it's a draw, it's deserving. There's no need um to beat around the bush here. That's just what needs to happen. So yeah, let's take a look at the women's flyweight rankings. Again, it's gonna be Cortez versus, I wouldn't say the top 5, possibly the top 5, but I'm not sure if she would be let's see here, because Tracy Cortez, I would say give her somebody in the top 15, right? Because she's ranked 10, and I don't even know if she's gonna go up higher than that. But no need to rush her to the top. She's definitely on a hot win streak, 10 fight win streak. But no need to rush her to the top. No need. So let's move on from Tracy Cortez. She's gonna be back better than ever. She's gonna polish up her striking even more. I know she got hit a lot, but again, Jasmine is just one of those. I feel like in the third round, she just said, "F it, let's go, man. Let's just we're fighting at a bar here, and let's go." and I like it. She pulled her hair. She went full on high school schoolyard fight, but whatever. I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. DC said it best. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So, I mean, whatever. Did she get a point taken away? No. Did she lose the fight? Ultimately, yes. But I mean, why not? I'm all for it. So we won't talk too much about the Roman Kopylov. We all know he's great striker. He went in there, did what he needed to do. But again, it's just those promos. Just to have a good fight now. It's like you have a good fight, you have a great fight, and you want to get on that mic and just make the most out of your opportunity. If you had a snooze fest, don't apologize to the crowd. You did what you had to do to win. But if you go out there, you lay the guy out, you lay the girl out, you submit her, you had a good performance, you know, let your hang, man. Come on. Like, that's you, man. That's your performance, that's your job, that's your work of art there, right? Like, let it go, man. So moving on to the main card. Again, in the last stream I was high on Padilla, and I did say he had the, how can I say this, the backing of everybody. But one thing I did see, I feel like he's too much of a nice guy, man. Again, we saw all that media day talk, big smile on his face, but he just didn't have that killer instinct. And again, nothing to take away from Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson's defensive stand up was amazing, and keeping him away with that looping right hand, and he caught him a lot of times, and Padilla just took it, kept walking forward. Um, but again, not disappointed in Padilla. He'll be back. He'll be back. It was a good fight. I don't know about the 30-27 that was on there. We talked about this. We talked about the refs and judges being so inconsistent. But I mean, there's not until there's something concrete done there. We're just gonna have to live with that, and that sucks to say the least. But we're gonna have to live with that. The 29-28, Kyle Nelson was right in my opinion. I was really hoping one of those judges is just 29-28 by the but ultimately my bet would have lost there because I did take by the inside the distance at -150. Um, but it's okay. It's okay. Kyle Nelson 29-28. I'm okay with it. Again, if you're on the fence, if there's controversy, if it was close, do not scream robbery, right? That's just one of the things. But moving on, Padilla will be back. Um, great big body for the division. He'll be back. He'll learn from this. He'll be back. Moving on to lightweight fight. So Huber and Giagos, man, speak about a performance. Speak about a well-rounded game plan, Mr. So Huber, man. Mr. Zohuber gets rocked in the first round. People are going crazy. Anybody in the betting community is going crazy because I do think Zohuber was in a lot of parlay pieces. Um, I did have Daniel Zahuber inside the distance. Go back and check my last stream. I just thought these guys were going to come out and show out. It's their time. It's their opportunity to get in front of their people. Get millions of eyes on them. Go for it, man. Let it go. It's your work of art. Let's go for it. And coming back from that first round where he was clearly rocked and just his long frame, his long legs just circling. Man, that was awesome to see. That was awesome to see. Because he's 24 years old and a lot of people get rocked and they want to give it back. And your IQ's not there, right? You want to give it back to him, especially because the guy's moving forward, looking for the kill, and you're whipping your shot, kind of Mike Perry style or Justin Gaethje style. They've mastered that art. But Zell Huber at 24 years old, such a big body. Again, those legs were running, man. It wasn't it wasn't CJ Vergara style, but he was circling. He was circling, getting his wits about him. And it was awesome. It was really good to see. He really proved to the people, to the fans, to the lightweight division that he's going to be a problem. 14-1, 24 years old. gets rocked against Christos Giagos can crack, man. We've seen him put out a lot of people, and he was hitting them. He was connecting with a lot of good hits there, but comes out in the second round, gets his wits back about him. I don't even think he sat down on the stool between rounds, and used Giagos' game plan against him. Use those long arms, got that choke in, boom, easy. Daniel Zellhuber. And he proved to the people, because coming off of 3 decision wins, he proved to the people, like, I'm here, I can do some damage, I can end fights quickly. And if anything, out of everybody on the card, I think he gets the or the um, not performance of the night, but I feel like he had the most overall. We learned more about him, right? Because he went through the adversity, um, and he's a striker, but he has sneaky submissions. He got the submission. Now he has a submission win under his belt in the UFC. Now let's give him a striker that he can put away, right? Like let's give him one of those um, fights where it's going to be back and forth on the feet. Not Kevin Holland, Jack Magdalena style, but let's give him something. Let's throw him a bone here. These guys, we're trying to create stars here. Um, and this is one of those that I feel like they threw a bone to him, right? Because Christos Giagos has the experience, but go back and see Daniel Zellhuber's pre-fight or media day, and he said it best. I feel like, and I'm not sure if it was entirely true, because I don't agree with some of the things he said, but he did say, I feel like experience only helps you with the media day stuff. He's like, because a lot of people, when they get to the big stage, you have to do interviews, you have to do pre-fight interviews, you have to do post weigh-in interviews, and all that good stuff. And he's like, I've been here before. I know how to do this. This has already helped me. I'm 24 years old and don't have as much fights as he does, but I'm here. And moving on to, you know what? We'll pass Raul Rosas. We'll pass Kevin Holland. We all know what happened there. But let's go to Grasso. To the fight we've all been waiting to talk about. The draw, the decision. Let me get some water here. So we had Grasso, we had Shevchenko in the main event. And man, I've already rambled off way more than I wanted to. I want to get some fights in on UFC 4 for you guys. So let's just make this one quick. Right off the bat, I had Grasso winning 48-47, rounds 2, 4, and 5 for her. Again, not a robbery. Could have very well seen it. Shevchenko 48-47. I did have Grasso straight up money line. Didn't want to get cute with it. I did right before the fight started. I did put a little bit into the over 4.5, which was at minus 160, I believe. I just wanted to see a good fight. I knew it was going to be, both of these women were coming in hard with heart and going balls to the wall per se. But it was what's the controversy here is the scorecard, right? It wasn't more of the who won the fight, it was the scorecard. Because if Mike Bell doesn't give Grasso 10-8 on the 5th, it's and new. And if you had money on Shevchenko, I really do feel for you on that, because say what you want, who won what rounds, that 10-8 5th round is just that. I can completely agree with you, and I completely empathize with you on that. If he scores that 10-9 for Grasso, Shevchenko wins the fight. Whether he saw whatever other rounds, Shevchenko wins the fight. Again, personally, I saw it 2, 4, and 5 for Grasso. But overall, I know we scored the fight per round, but overall, we saw Grasso be, I'll go as far as saying, the better fighter. Again, Valentina was just rambling on about 7-time world Muay Thai champion, and she comes out and is Valentina Nurmagomedov, right? And again, I get it. That's your way of winning the fight. I get it. I completely understand that. You got to do what you got to do to win. I understand. But I guess don't. Oh, my thing is, you try to instill confidence in you that you didn't have before. And that was taken as, and maybe, she had that, she wasn't stagnant in the stand up. She had that little jumpy Muay Thai background again. She wanted to go back to it. But Valentina saying she was a 7-time world Muay Thai champion in the first round, perfect. She said she wanted to prove she was the better striker. First round was for her. And then that went out the window in the second round knockout. She went from Valentina Shevchenko, 7-time world Muay Thai champion, to Valentina Nurmagomedov, right? Again, I'm not dogging her. That's the way you win the fight. If that's your path to victory, I'm all for that. But Grasso knocks her down, had a big knockdown. Valentina, she makes the mistake, and Valentina takes her down. Recovers that full second round. Third round, again, Valentina goes back to her ways of winning the round. Not much per se, nothing significant other than the Valentina control time. And again, clear round for Valentina. I don't think anybody's on the fence about that round. Unless they're there, I did see some people giving it 4-1 to Grasso. I was like, okay, no, that's not what we're doing here. So we move. So the fourth round, swing round, could have gone either way. I'm not gonna. I scored it for Grasso. You had it for Shevchenko. We're not gonna have that conversation because that's if it's controversy, I'm not gonna call robbery. But the controversy wasn't in the fight itself; it was on the scorecards, and I get it. Again, moving on to number 5, round 5, Valentina. And this is what I wanted to say. In between round 4 and 5, Valentina looked gassed, or she looked out of it, or something was wrong. She looked tired, she looked defeated, but she found a way to come out in the 5th round. And again, she went back to just the point fighting. She was landing them jabs. And for the first half of that round, she looked great. She looked good. She looked elusive. She looked powerful. She was landing the jab. She landed a nice elbow as well when they were in close. But again, that mistake that she had done in the last fight, I feel like cost her. Well, ultimately didn't cost her. It was a draw. But if she would have just been able to keep that 5th round like that, rather than making a mistake and let Grasso take your back and have people saying that Grasso won the 5th, she's at new, right? So she was winning. If you're saying, okay, Shevchenko won the fight, again, we're gonna have this debate about it, but she was clearly winning the 5th, and she made a mistake as she did in her last fight on the 4th. Let Grasso take her back, let her finish the round on top, landed some ground and pound. So if she would have just kept that same, start to the round, it's an easy, clear cut win for Shevchenko. But it's the fight game. And it was a draw. Again, I had Grasso on money line. Thank goodness that we got our money back on that. And hopefully they make the third fight. I don't know if I want to see it right off the bat. I know a lot of people were comparing to Moreno Figueiredo style. I don't think they will. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Again, it's just that flyweight division. I feel like it needs to move on. Have Shevchenko beat somebody else. Get her confidence back. I would be willing to say give her somebody that she's gonna beat, or take the other route. Give her somebody like a Macy Barber, somebody that you want to, if that you win either way. Let's say they give her Macy Barber. Macy Barber goes out there and dominates her. Now you have a new rising star in Macy Barber. But again, if you give her a can, get her confidence back, give her a flashy KO, put it all over the socials, and now you can claim the third title fight with Grasso or whoever's the champ at the time. So it's a win-win situation for the UFC. UFC is at an all-time high right now, as far as socials go, as far as views go, popularity. And this is the reason why we love this sport. And we're going to continue to watch this sport. Again, when you're placing bets, I get it, dude. It's really, really tough when some BS happens that, killed your parlay, killed your straight bet. I get it, but it's the fight game, man. It's the fight game. It really is, and that's why we love this sport. Um, because of this controversy or because of these dogs that come out on top. It it's just there's no other sport like this, right? There's no other sport like this. Um, so yeah, that was the recap for Noche UFC. Again, a lot of takes here. Possibly the biggest one was the Chaides and Lacerda. Hopefully they run it back. Hopefully they worked out a deal to where they got some sort of win bonus. No, I don't know about the win bonus, but they got compensated for something. They both got the opportunity taken away from them. So hopefully they can run it back and soon. I don't know if they'll run it back too soon since they both cut a good amount of weight. But we'll see about that. We'll see about that. The Grasso, everybody, again, my biggest winner on the card, Daniel Zellhuber, overall, just proved or showed the most potential per se at 24 years old. So super, super excited to see these guys back in the octagon. Super, super pumped that it was a good night overall. No massive injuries. That's one of the big things for me. Where we see that somebody's going to be out for 6 months, a year. I hate seeing that stuff. I just want to see good fights, healthy fighters out of the fights, and makes the conversation a little bit more interesting. So that was the recap for Noche UFC, guys. Again, follow me on Instagram at Silo Studios Presents. I know we said the stream was going to be about 30 minutes, but we're going to get some UFC 4 ranked fights in here. Let me bring in the stage. And this is going to be awesome because yesterday I played some ranked fights. Well, I played some ranked fights, and as you can see here, I'm defending my championship here. 3 defenses. So let's see if we can get it going, man. I mean, once you're the champ, the fights get harder and harder. So I don't know if we'll be able to get a solid win for you guys here. We're going to be fighting at featherweight and lightweight. I love that. I love that. Possibly my favorite divisions to fight in. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Again, guys, as you're watching the stream, subscribe to my Instagram. Follow my Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube. Instagram is where I'm most active, and I have a lot of you guys talking to me on there. It's awesome. Again, a lot of groups, a lot of nice pages on there. So who should we go? Oh, he's going Max Holloway. Who should we go with, guys? Who should we go with? Should we just stick to the script, go Yair or T-City? I like to go with people that performed in the last event, but unfortunately we don't have many fighters on this. Can't wait for UFC 5 to come out. Hopefully they have most, if not all, fighters currently on the roster. I know that's not possible. You know what? Let's go Yair. Let's go Yair Rodriguez for the vibes here. And this is going to be pretty interesting. We haven't fought before. Usually people that pick Max Holloway are crazy on the 1-2s. Since he has those long arms. Respectful fighter. Hopefully he doesn't quit. I'm not going to quit. I'll take my beating, man. Again, I don't claim to be such a great UFC 4 player, but I mean, I got some skills. I got some skills. This is awesome, though. This fight in real life was such a banger. One of those where I had such a biased pick for Yair, and I feel like that was his coming out party to people. Because if you go 5 rounds with Max, pretty much a staple in the featherweight division. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm getting hit too much here, too early on. Nice. Love guys that mix up the levels here. So I usually like to play the waiting game in the first round, a la Chito Vera style. Download their data, see what they're doing, see where they're moving their heads. But when you have a fighter that mixes it up so well, like he is right now, you need to abandon that style because you're not going to download the data in the first round. If that makes sense, you're just not going to be able to see what his game plan is or what his tendencies are. You see, like it's right there. He went high, and I was expecting a body kick. So now I gotta just go in there and fight it as a dog. I gotta go Jazz Divicious in the third round. If you ain't cheating, you ain't winning. So like we gotta match strike for strike here. We're losing this round. Okay, I need a. But then again, guys, I'm in the championship fights. I'm this 3 title defenses. You're gonna run into guys that are way better now. You ain't gonna have no scrubs here. Maybe I should go more leg kicks. I hadn't thrown one of those. Get his arms to go down. And right on cue. Again, you don't want to rush these guys because you don't know who. Haven't learned much from this first round other than he's willing to mix it up. Yeah. A lot of people spam that 1-2 high kick. And with Max, why not? He's going to start going 1-2 low kick, 1-2 body kick, and then he's going to catch me with the 1-2 high kick. There he is, 1-2 body kick. Oh, if he would have thrown that, I would have been rocked. You see, there's that 1-2 high kick. He really wants me to fall forward, but he took the first round. That's fine. No worries. Let's check out the stats. Yeah, I doubled my strikes. It might be a spot where I play the long game and try to weather the storm per se, and see if we can take away some of that gas tank. Use his. Oh, well, that's what he's looking for now. He wants me to lower the body or the hands so he can come high. I'm just not being as active right now as I should be. There we go. Pretty good start to the round here. But he's still doubling my strikes. He's still winning on the judges' scorecards. Very nice. Again, these guys with Max Holloway, they really, really like the 1-2 with him. I don't blame him. He's a long fighter. Jesus Christ. This guy's a good striker, man. That 1-2 kick is gonna get me. I can already see it. Because I'm gonna be he has me guessing with it. I sometimes he goes 1-2 body kick, 1-2 high kick. And he's looking for that 1-2. And I said it before the fight. Max fighters, they really love that 1-2. So we gotta hit him back with it. Oh, oh my goodness. He's really hunting me down here. There's that 1-2 high kick, 1-2 body kick. He's doing a great job with that. He really is. There it is again. And there it is again. We need to go with a hard body shot for him. So there it is. You know, we got to play that little long game again. Now he's going to come out aggressive here. I mean, he's spamming the 1-2 kick, so I hate doing that. Oh, what? That was a glitch. That 1-2, man. He wants me to drop those hands. This is a good fight, guys. Clearly losing the fight, though. Gotta be real with you guys. Can we steal the round here, boys? Nope. That's fine. That's fine. I really thought we were going to steal the round here. Again, guys, follow me on Instagram, guys, please. That's where I really put out all the content, all the good content. That's where we can really interact with each other. Again, we have a lot of nice pages on there, a lot of good groups if you guys want to be added. And I'm thinking about starting my own group just for banter. And again, no trolls, please. It's just good talks, good healthy talks. You know, and it's not just MMA based. It's more sports based, motivational. You know, goal oriented. I do believe we're down 2 rounds here. Let's see if we can pull it out of our. You know what? If he's looking to counter me, yeah, there he is. I need to take a shot at some point. You know, I need to. I feel like I'm looking like Fernando Padilla right now. You know, just kind of. Oh, there it is. He knows his body's hurt, so he's trying to give it back to me. Oh, and that 1-2 high kick. I told you that was what's gonna get us. That's fine, man. This he's good. Got to give him his props. Oh, right off. He has me on the ropes. He wants me to fight. Again, it's just we got to be he knows he has me hurt. He doesn't want to make a mistake. He's countering me as well. Oh, what? Oh, I did not see that. He's going to come with the 1-2 right now. 1-2 high kick. He knows. He knows, but now he's going 1-2 body. Oh my goodness, he went 1-2 high kick. Can we land the counter here, guys? What do you guys think? Can we win this fight? Do we take it to a decision, take a 30-27 loss? Hopefully a judge gives us a round there. But this guy's good, man. He's giving me everything to think about. I knew his game plan coming in. I really did go back on the stream. I knew he was going to go 1-2s kicks, but he's probably going to be mad that I'm not engaging here, but that's just not the smart thing to do. I'm clearly hurt. He's knocked me down once. My block meter is really bad here. And again, he's trying to counter me. So if I do a mistake, he counters, I'm clean out. But I need to take a chance here. I really do, because I'm losing this fight. Let's see what we can do here. He's willing to take the decision win, I guess. Good for him. Oh, we got a knockdown. Can we get the finish? No. What a climatic end to the fight, guys. Hey, if a judge gave us round 1 or 2 as a robbery, as we like to call it here, big respect to this guy. Nah, he knocked me down. He clearly won the round 29-20 or the fight 29-28. No no excuses there. I took round 1 off to download the data. He just did a good job mixing it up. More than likely lost round 2 to that knockdown. We took round 3. Oh wow. They gave him 30-27. Did he knock me down in the third round? Oh, he did, right? He did. No excuses there. I mean, again, I had 3 title defenses, so it was time. It was time. Yeah, all judges gave him 30-27. I believe he knocked me down twice in the third round. Man, great fight by him. 3 knockdowns on me, 72. Man, look at my accuracy. It was horrible. Made him miss too, though. 115 out of 314. I mean, it was a good fight. He had me guessing with the 1-2 kick. But yeah, we'll do one more fight before we end the stream here. We're gonna hit about the hour mark again. We wanted to do 30 to 45 minutes. But again, appreciate everybody watching the stream, everybody liking and subscribing on YouTube, following me on Instagram. It's just awesome to talk about again, it's groups that we have. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go max again. Let's run it back. Let's go here again. Why not? Why not? But he's choosing 5-star max, dude. Like, come on. That's fine. We'll run it back. It's not the same guy, but we'll run it back. Again, there's a lot of good groups on Instagram, and again, I am going to be creating my own group. If you guys want to get on there, it's going to be a little bit of everything. Even if you don't watch sports, even if you don't like MMA, if you don't like football, I mean, I want to talk about soccer. It's more just keep yourself accountable, goal oriented, positive vibes, no trolls. So, and it's not going to be one of those betting pages. Trust me, guys, it's not going to be one of those betting groups. If you want to share your bets, if you want me to share my bets, we will. Picks, whatever it is. But just if you want to sell your picks and bets, that's all. It's all good for you. But I mean, it's just ultimately what you're going to want to bet. So this fight, we're going to try to be a little bit more active for you guys because we don't want to snooze fest. But again, these guys with Max, they like to do the 1-1-2, 1-1-2, 1-1-2. There it is. Oh, nice. He's changing his punch count. Awesome. Again, 5-star Max is a cheat code in this game. Should we shoot for a takedown? No, I don't want to go in the. What we will do is counter him to the body. Jesus Christ, this guy's just. Oh, now he got me to the body. Jesus. Man, these guys with Max are just forward pressure relentless. Yeah, I'm definitely shooting for a takedown, dude. I mean, this guy's just spamming these 1-2s that I'm talking to you guys about. Dude, yeah, that was crazy, man. He's gonna get right back up. Just no reason for that spamming, dude. Call it what you want, but this is smart fighting. Got knocked down twice. We need to get our wits back about us. I mean, we were gonna lose the round anyways, right? So why not just? This is one of them moments where if you had the over on this fight, you're thanking Yair Rodriguez. I mean, it's on him to get up, right? Like it's not on me to get up. I was getting pieced up on the feet, so why not? I'm surprised he doesn't want to get up. I think he's just trying to, get my damage on the head. And in UFC 5, apparently you're gonna suffer doctor stoppages and stuff like that. It's a submission attempt way too late. So I can't wait for UFC 5 to come out because that's when I'm really gonna pick up on these streams. Because what my interest is in the UFC 5 fight is that there'll be more characters, more fighters, and the alter egos is pretty cool. A lot of people are like, what do you need the alter egos for? But it's like here, you have 5-star Max, which I'm going against, so I can't really do anything against him. He's just bulldozing me. But let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get this win here. But yeah, the UFC 5 is gonna have those alter egos, and hopefully they have all these new fighters that we want to see. Oh my goodness, I'm already rocked here. He's really gonna hit my body now. Oh my goodness, I'm about to get KO'd here. This guy's just spamming those 1-2s, bro. I mean, that's fine, right? If that works for you. This guy's toying with me now. I mean, if you're one of these players that spam, just spam 1-2s and trying to get the wins, I don't blame you for it. But that's what's the broken part of this game. Jesus Christ, not even getting one win on the stream today, guys. Jesus. Again, I was starting with, oh my goodness. This guy's really trying to put me away. throwing spinning stuff now. Whoa. Yeah, that was it. That was it. We were gonna get laid out. I think we had like 5 knockdowns against us. Jesus. But yeah, we didn't get one win on this dang string, man. Again, I started the stream as a 3-time defending champ, and we are just gonna be hitting that top tier competition. So, and we fought Max 5-star Max twice. So I tried my best, guys. I tried my best with Yair Rodriguez, and you saw a little bit of grappling there. One of those shoot for the Hail Mary takedown. Hopefully he stays down. Yeah, this was vicious. 7 knockdowns. Vicious beating. That's fine. That's fine, guys. Again, we're getting right to the hour mark on this stream, guys. It was a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but these are going to be the daily streams, after the gym, after getting a run in, after the cardio. Right now, just slowly hydrating back again. Gonna get some food, just to finish off here. Again, follow the Instagram if you guys want to keep seeing these streams. Let me get myself back on the road here. Yes, sir. There we go. So yeah, so if you wanna go talk a little bit more, if you wanna look at all my content, it's gonna be on Instagram at CeeLo Studios Presents, on YouTube at CeeLo Studios Presents. You'll probably see these live streams As far as uploading a video to YouTube, I'm gonna try to see if I can upload like a breakdown on Thursdays or Fridays of the upcoming event. If we don't have an event upcoming, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get on there, answer any questions you guys have, or just talk about, um, I guess, the hot topic of the week, kind of like the whole controversy with Chaitis, the whole controversy with the main event. We're gonna try to do something like that. So again, guys, follow Instagram at Cielo Studios Presents, YouTube, Twitch. I love Twitch now because we can see all the other like creators as you. So that's awesome. That's awesome for me. Um, Make sure to leave a big thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, on Twitch. Just support, give me a follow. Again, Instagram. So we'll see you guys on the next stream. Again, get your workout in, get your water in, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.